Hi, I'm James and I'm the Admissions Coordinator for Undergraduate Maths at Oxford. We ran a couple of online open days recently and we took over 500 questions from the audience. Here are some of the most popular topics. What GCSE grades do I need? We have no minimum GCSE grade requirements. There were a few questions about GCSEs after I mentioned that we'll look at them as one measure of academic potential, if you've got any GCSEs that is. But we know that by the time you apply, your GCSEs were quite a while ago, and they're in a range of subjects, not just maths. We're more interested in your recent maths performance, which is why we set the maths admissions test, and it's why we ask maths questions at interview. So even if you had a bad grade in GCSE geography, for example, you're still welcome to apply for maths at Oxford. What if I'm doing 4 A-levels? Our standard conditional offer for people taking A-levels is A star in maths, A star in further maths, and A in any third subject. We saw a lot of questions from people doing 4 A-levels who wanted to know what our standard conditional offer for them would be. We wouldn't normally ever ask for grades in 4 subjects, so the offer text would usually be something like A star in maths, A star in further maths, A in either of your other 2 subjects. There's no admissions advantage to doing a 4th A-level, and we know that some schools and colleges can't offer 4 A-levels, but if you've got the opportunity and it's not going to affect your other grades, then you might enjoy it for other reasons. There's a separate but related point to make here, that if you're taking Maths A-level in Year 12 and taking further Maths A-level in Year 13, then that's fine with us. Your Year 12 Maths A-level counts towards the standard conditional offer for Maths at Oxford. What's the food like? Every college has its own canteen, sometimes called hall, so I put this question to our current students. First, let's hear from Max.
It'll vary by college, but wherever you go you'll be able to eat most meals in hall, and the food will be good and cheap. At my college, Lady Margaret Hall, there's always a great variety every meal, including some really nice vegetarian and vegan food, which I've really enjoyed trying. The catering staff are always friendly too, so in all I definitely recommend the food.
Thanks Max, and now let's hear from Maddie, who's a first year student at Worcester College.
So I didn't have access to a kitchen in my first year, so pretty much the majority of my meals were eaten in hall, and I absolutely loved it. The catering staff are really great at giving you high quality meals at low prices, which normally meant that I could afford to have a pudding as well as my main course, which was very exciting. My college normally offers about 4 options for dinner every day, which is really great, especially the veggie and vegan ones. They were so tasty, and I really enjoyed eating in hall with my friends.
Thank you, Maddie. What's a good maths score? The MAT, or the MAT, is the maths admissions test that we ask all applicants around the world to sit on the same day, this year the 4th of November 2020. There's no pass mark for the MAT, but in general, the more marks you get, the more likely we are to shortlist you. We've also got information from your UCAS forms, such as your predicted grades and reference, and we've shortlisted people with a wide range of MAT scores. You can find average statistics for previous years on our MAT page at www.maths.ox.ac.uk/r/MAT. What's the accommodation like? This is another question for our students. Here's Lauren at Balliol College to explain how accommodation works at Oxford.
In their first year of study, students live in their college. This normally means moving in for each of the 3 terms and then moving back out over Christmas and Easter. After your first year, you may be able to stay in college accommodation, and this could either be on the main site or elsewhere, rather like a hall of residence. But a few colleges will require you to live out in a privately rented student house, which is normally only during your second year.
Thank you, Lauren. And to give you an idea of what rooms are like, here's Beth at St Peter's College.
St Peter's offers accommodation for first and third years and asks you to move out in your second year. In first year, I had a really nice room with a gorgeous archway and a view that looked over college. We had to share toilets and showers, but it really wasn't that bad because they got cleaned once a day, which is much more than my house got cleaned in second year. In second year, I moved out and rented privately with some friends. It was really nice and actually not too far away from college. It was a 10-minute cycle.
Thanks, Beth. What extra or supercurricular activities are you looking for? There was a popular question about extracurricular and supercurricular activities in the Open Day Q&A. First off, what's the difference? Well, extracurricular means other activities you do that aren't related to the course you're applying for, like your hobbies or interests, sports or musical instruments. Our selection criteria for maths do not include any extracurricular activities. They won't be taken into consideration. On the other hand, the term supercurricular activities means extra bits of maths outside of your schoolwork, and that could be a good way to demonstrate your ability to work independently and your capacity to absorb new ideas. You might like to try other maths problems you found on the internet, for example on Enrich, Underground Mathematics, or the STEP Support Programme, or you might like to try some past papers for MAT or other maths tests. This could be the starting point for you to investigate some mathematics that's interesting to you, and there are loads of great resources out there. Are you going to change your admissions process or your offers due to COVID-19? At the time of recording, we're planning to run our admissions process as normal. We plan to treat an A-level grade obtained in 2020 as we normally would, even though exams are cancelled. We're currently planning to run the MAT as usual, but of course this will depend on the state of the pandemic in November and any social distancing rules in place. The University of Oxford has a dedicated page at ox.ac.uk/coronavirus, which will keep updated as the situation develops. That's all for today. If you'd like to ask us anything else, you can leave a comment below or send us an email on undergraduate.admissions@maths.ox.ac.uk. Big thanks to Maddie, Max, Lauren and Beth, who we heard from earlier, and to Christian, Joel and Zakai, who answered questions on the day. Stay safe and thanks for watching.